Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki. I make videos about studying, journaling, and occasionally I will also upload other videos. So if you're interested in that and you do like K-pop, I would highly recommend you would subscribe to my channel to see a video of me every week. Now with that being said, today I am going to be talking about how I use my iPad for YouTube. If you remember, I already made a video about how I use my iPad for college. In this video I briefly mentioned about how I use my iPad for thumbnail editing and overlays, but I didn't go into too much detail about that because obviously it was a video for how I use my iPad for college and it has nothing to do with college. So I decided to make a separate video for that. So in this video I am going to be showing you guys how I edit the thumbnail of this video, and also I'll give you some examples from previous videos, and I will also show you how I do moving text like this one. So if you're interested in that, then keep on watching. As always, all the product details of my iPad will be linked down below. So if you're interested in what iPad I'm exactly using, make sure to check out the description box. Now, with that being said, we can finally start with the video. Hello and welcome to this video's voiceover. Let's start off with how I edit my thumbnails. The main app that I use for that is called Procreate, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are already familiar with this app or have bought it already. But if you don't want to buy it, there's actually an app called Sketchbook, which is free, and it is basically the same but with less features. But I believe everything that I'm showing in this video can be done using that app as well. But because I already bought Procreate before I knew that, I'm just going to continue using it. So I already took these pictures which I wanted to use in my thumbnail, and if anyone is wondering, yes, I did film myself making weird postures and then screenshotted them, if you're wondering. But anyway, as you can see, I did some rough draft thumbnails before, so I can kind of know how to structure this video, so please don't get confused with the previously important pictures. So first of all, we need to cut out the background of the pictures that I want to use as an overlay, and for that I'm just going to import the picture and basically erase the background using the eraser. And yes, you can also use Photoshop or any other software for that, but I have no idea how these work, so don't judge me, okay? And if you're wondering, yes, it actually did take me quite a while to finish this up because it is a lot of detail work, but you know what, it is okay because I was listening to good music, and with that, I mean I was listening to Stray Kids' new song God's Menu on replay for the entire time, and if you haven't listened, you should definitely do because it's so good. And here's a clip of me jamming to it like a total idiot, but that's when you know a song is very good. That's when you know, guys. But anyway, moving on with the actual video. So I tried to get as close as possible whenever I erase the background, but I will try and leave a little space in between so it kind of has like a scrapbooky vibe later on, if that makes sense. But for some reason my screen recording did not show what I did, but basically I just deactivated the background color in here and then erased the leftover parts. So then you have to export the picture as a PNG, and that is important because otherwise there won't be a transparent background. And after doing this with all overlay pictures, it is time to put them all together, and for that I'm just opening up a new canvas with the size of the thumbnail, which is 1280 and 720, and then I'm just adding all pictures onto it. And the next few steps are quite obvious. I'm just changing the layout and the order of the layers until I'm satisfied with the results. And then I will add some outlines on the things that I want to stand out, and also add some doodles on the edges. And the reason why I'm just adding doodles on the edges is because I have to add text first so I know where to place the other doodles. And for adding text, I'm using the app called Fonto. Yeah, I'm just adding the text, and I like to add this shadow and also curve the text because I feel like it makes the picture more fun, I guess. I don't know, can you say that? I guess, but anyway, I just really like the vibe. So after doing that, I'm saving the picture, and then I'm importing this new picture onto Procreate again, and then I will add my finishing touches to it. And I also added this YouTube banner, and I changed the color, but I ended up not liking it, so yeah. And then I'm just adding some final doodles, and I really like to use these plan doodles in case you didn't notice, but this is basically the only thing that I can draw, so I always add a lot of them. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to be showing you some examples of other thumbnails that I did. So this thumbnail was actually another draft of mine, but then obviously there's this one for my how I use my iPad for college video, and on this thumbnail I just drew some doodles with Procreate, and I put the two pictures together using Fonto again. And the steps are quite simple. You just create a canvas with the thumbnail size and add the pictures onto it, and you can also adjust the sizes, and if you need, you can also adjust the height and the length of the pictures. And then just put the two pictures together and there you have it. And that is basically it on how I edit my thumbnails. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below so I can reply to them. But we're gonna move on to overlays and how I do moving text. And this is an example of a moving text and also an overlay. Basically, let's do this together. So I'm gonna show you step by step on how I do this. So for the first overlay, I just screenshotted the part where I wanted to place it so I can know how to lay out my doodles around it. And then I'm just importing this onto my iPad and importing it into Procreate and creating two different layers of doodles. And then I am just exporting those two layers of doodles. And it is important to export them separately and make sure to disable all other layers that you have, for example, the picture or the background color. And obviously you can do more layers if you want to have like a better moving effect and a more realistic one, but that depends on you. And once I imported these two different layers onto my laptop, I will then just place them onto the video and cut them and copy and paste them a few times. And yeah, that is the finished result. And for the moving text, it is nearly the same procedure. Firstly, I opened up a new canvas, and it doesn't matter what size it is because you can just adjust the writing later on. And the text will be actually in higher quality if you use a bigger canvas because there will be less pixels. But if you're using a video editing software where you cannot adjust layers or pictures, then maybe you should use a canvas that fits onto your screen. For me, it is fine since I'm using Final Cut Pro anyway. I'm using two different layers again, and for the first layer, I'm just writing the text, and the second layer, I am just writing the text again, but over the first layer. And this doesn't have to match perfectly. In fact, it shouldn't match perfectly because otherwise we won't be getting a moving effect. And yeah, I'm just importing those two layers again separately onto my laptop and adjusting them to fit onto the place where I want them to be. And then for the final step, I am copy and pasting them. And yeah, that is the finished outcome. Thank you so much for making it to the almost end of my video. If you like this video, I would highly appreciate a thumbs up, or if you would subscribe to my channel to see a video of me every week. And also let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you want to see next. And I hope I was able to help some of you guys and give you some inspiration and ideas on what you can do with your iPad for your YouTube channel or just any photo editing in general. But obviously there's a ton more things that you can do with your iPad. So yeah, it's very versatile. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I see you in my next one. Bye, see you soon.